Welcome back. There's a live look outside at the Oregon coast. That's our In It Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. They are the books you don't want to put down, even though you are terrified to turn the page. Joining us now with her picks for scary books perfect for our spooky season, we welcome back book reviewer Jennifer Willis. It is so good to see you, and you have the perfect picks for this time of year for us.
Yeah, I am not a huge scary book reader. I tend more towards psychological thrillers than gory. So I like to be freaked out but not grossed out. So
I think you're not alone in that. That makes sense to me. So let's jump in with your first pick. Tell me about Hidden Pictures.
yeah, so Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. I just finished this book last week, actually. And what I really liked about it is the story, it has a lot of twists and things that you don't see coming. But what was really interesting and cool is in the story, the little boy draws pictures, and the author, Jason Rekulak, included a team of artists with it. And so you actually get to see the pictures as they progressively get darker and weirder and hint to different things in the story and help you kind of put the whole picture together. And there was definitely some twists that I didn't see coming at all in this book. So
Okay.
it's a good spooky one.
Very exciting. Okay, tell me next about You've Been Summoned. The title alone, that sounds pretty scary.
It's actually, this one is probably the least scary on my list. However, if you grew up like me and you really enjoyed choose your own adventure books, or you've been to a murder mystery party, this is a great pick because it's an interactive mystery. The story itself is not particularly gory or really too scary, but your role in it is you're the detective. So you really have to pay attention. I took notes throughout the whole thing. And then at the end, you have to present your case to see if you figured out who did it. And I thought that was really clever. I was influenced on Instagram to buy this one. It's an independently published book, which I love to support that as well. And I'd love to see more interactive books like this. I think it's a fun twist on reading this, more active instead of passive.
It sounds so fun, and what a great way to exercise your brain too. A little bit of a project. That's always good. Okay, you have a couple of things for us from Lisa Jewell as well.
Yes, Lisa Jewell is a great one if you like mind-bendy, twisty, psychological thrillers. I've read a lot of her stuff. The Family Upstairs and then the follow-up, The Family Remain, are very, very weird, very twisty. Woman inherits a house with a really dark history, and she learns all sorts of family background and history that she had no idea existed in her life. And basically, her life started as a living nightmare, and it continues as a bit of a living nightmare. And I love a follow-up that got even twistier and weirder. So if you like a weird story, Lisa Jewell's one for you.
Okay, tell me about Darling Girls next.
Another really twisty one. I just read this one over the summer. The final twist in this book is going to really kind of blow your mind. Creepy without being gory again, which I appreciate. It has a lot of sisterhood and some love and secrets and a lot of trauma bonding as well. And it looks idyllic on the surface, but there's a lot of dark behind the story of these girls who grew up in this foster home that looked amazing on the surface and really was pretty creepy behind the scenes.
Very intriguing. Okay, and you have one more title for us in this spooky category.
I do. The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. This one kind of reads almost like satire. It is a support group of the final girls from our favorite horror films. The actress that's left standing as the credits roll and she's looking out and trying to figure out what just happened in her life. It's really fast paced. It's got some twists in it. You're trying to figure out who the final girl is going to be that's left standing. And it really plays homage to some of our favorite type of horror films like Nightmare on Elm Street and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, some of those really almost cult classic horror films that are so popular this time of year.
What a cool concept. You have a couple of honorable mention books too. We have about a minute left. These are kind of less spooky but seasonal.
Yes, so I went with a couple of seasonal picks that are not so spooky for those who don't love spooky or gory. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches is so cute. It's a cozy read. It's a romance. It's witchy, but it's just a feel-good hug of a book, but also very seasonally appropriate. And my other pick is fun. It's just a fun book. It's short. I read it in a couple of hours. Your guide to not getting murdered in a quaint English village. It's illustrated. It's funny. It's satirical, and maybe a little help if you're trying not to get murdered in an English village someday.
The title alone sounds hilarious. I am
Exactly.
in. I love your enthusiasm for reading. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Of course, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.